This next story really ticked me off, and it's so out there that it's almost unbelievable. This is from Boing Boing, which is a hilariously named website. And they report Oklahoma schools go on 4-day weeks so teachers can work at Walmart on Mondays to make rent. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is the United States of America. And this is what they just did. Now, listen, I've spoken about this before. If you wanted to talk about, hey, maybe we should move to a 4-day work week and just make that the norm for the entire country, I'm open to that conversation. In fact, I think I lean in favor of being for a 4-day work week for everybody in the country. But I would argue, hey, there should be a 4-day work week and those people should get paid enough to make ends meet and live normal lives. So in other words, I wouldn't be saying, let's move to a 4-day work week and do 4-day pay. I'd say, let's move to a 4-day work week and have 5-day pay. And make it so that that's the norm. And I know people, well, that's not economically feasible. Nonsense. Of course it's economically feasible. Of course it is, especially with the move towards automation. I mean, sure, unfortunately what's going to happen is the automation is going to be used to screw people, but it doesn't have to be used in that way. You can make it so that automation actually benefits everybody. And we all see the fruits of the labor of the automation. And we're the beneficiaries of it, everybody in the country. You can easily make that the case. It's just that we're probably not going to make that the case, which is sad. But so a 4-day work week is an interesting idea that I lean in favor of. But what they're saying here is, no, we're moving to a 4-day work week because we don't have the money to do a 5-day work week because we've starved the government of all revenue, as I'll explain in a second, for what's going on in Oklahoma. And also now the teachers need to go make rent and they have to work at Walmart 1 day of the week. Are you fucking kidding me? You would think that a civilized society would view teachers as like, oh, these are like really important people who are raising the next generation. So you want to have that almost as like a high status symbol in a society. Like, oh, you're a teacher? Like that's viewed as, oh, that's a noble thing that you are. And obviously you should make a decent living if you're a teacher. Nope. You have to work at Walmart 1 day a week. Again, look, I know that for Oklahoma, so the way the teachers are funded, it's more at a state-by-state level and a city-by-city kind of way, and so it's funded more at a local level in a smaller way. It's not funded at the federal level. But when I look at shit like this, I think, what are we doing? I would much rather have my tax dollars go to pay a teacher in Oklahoma than have my tax dollars go to give a corporate welfare check to ExxonMobil or $80 billion a year to the big banks or endless war overseas or another tax break for a billionaire. I would much rather have my money go to pay an Oklahoma teacher. Wouldn't you? It's a no-brainer. It's a complete no-brainer. So, okay, let's see what they say in the article. In 1992, Oklahoma passed a ballot initiative saying that the state could only raise taxes with a 3/4 majority in the state assembly, creating a one-way ratchet where every tax cut becomes effectively permanent, including the sweetheart deals cut for frackers and the deep cuts to taxes on the wealthiest residents of the state. As a result, the state is going broke. Teachers haven't gotten a raise in 10 years. And the only way they can afford to accept the pay, third worst in the nation, is by negotiating a 4-day school week in 90 districts, freeing teachers up to take jobs at Walmart on Mondays to make ends meet. Teachers are fleeing the state in droves, including the Teacher of the Year who quit his job in 2016 shortly after receiving his award, taking a better paid teaching job in neighboring state. The Dallas school system actively recruits Oklahoma teachers with Oklahoma City hiring booths. Teachers are especially hard hit. Their health plan was replaced with a private system that eats up more than $1,000 a month for a family of 3. One teaching aide was actually paying to work her job, spending $200 a month more on health insurance than she was paid in salary. Teachers make ends meet with public housing vouchers and food stamps, and school food bank drives sometimes give their leftovers to hungry teachers and their families. Holy shit. It's not just teachers. The Highway Patrol has been given orders not to completely fill their gas tanks at the pump to help with state cash flow. Drunk drivers go free because there is no one available to process their tickets, and the prison system is on the verge of collapse. This is absolutely mental. You're having somebody who's net paying to do their job. Isn't that pretty much like indentured servitude? Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? You have teachers on food stamps, and they need to get other meals through charity. This is unbelievable. So basically, you have the collapse of civil society in Oklahoma. That's what this is. You're going to have people work full-time jobs, not make enough money to survive, and the job you're talking about is teacher? God damn, man. This is why I'm so frustrated. Like, it's shit like this. Because our system's broken. Our system's broken. The federal government spent $1 trillion creating the new F-35, because, the old one wasn't good enough. The new F-35 fighter jet. The cradle-to-grave cost of that program is over $1 trillion. But we have teachers on food stamps in Oklahoma. And then they said this is the third worst pay in the country. Well, imagine the other two. What the fuck? I don't know which one the other states are, but it's unbelievable. I can't. It's hard to even wrap your mind around it. It almost seems like a fake story. It's so ridiculous. But no, this is the situation in the country right now. It shouldn't even... Listen, some things are off the table. It shouldn't be an issue. Healthcare is one of them. We should have a universal single-payer Medicare for all system. Covers everybody. Has decent paying jobs for people, nurses, doctors, you name it. Another thing that's off the table should be education. And God forbid a system like this exists in a given state, there should be federal help there, 100%. Like I said, I'm totally in favor of giving my money to an Oklahoma teacher as opposed to endless war, for example, or corporate welfare for Wall Street. Education and healthcare are two issues that should be totally off the table. But no, we have teachers that are starving in America and they need to work a day at Walmart to make ends meet. This is not a civilized society. This is actually like a barbaric society that's crumbling. That's what this is.